Hi, uh, Daniel Ocean St. James here. I'm doing a very rare 6 o'clock in the morning YouTube post. So I went out last night, I had a great time. I was with my friend Erin, who I love. She's adorable. Um, but I wanted to tell a story about one of the reasons I'm such a safe person. I have a rule. Well, I have several rules. My first and most important rule, my oldest child is 29 years old. So as a 29-year-old, I'm like, well, these are the kids I know about. So I'm pretty sure I wasn't that sexually active before I was 13. Well, 14. She was born when I was 15. Hi, after school special says what? Um, Around 19. Oh, wait, no. Probably 2005 or 4. I was hanging out with this girl who was a good friend of mine. Really young, very sweet, very nice. She has my heart still, and I miss her terribly. And she knows this, and we're still on great terms. However, at the time, she was very young. Well, my last boyfriend was like, why the hell do you have so many children? And I'm like, because I drink. He's like, oh, okay. Now, I'm not going to lie, I do find the female form attractive. But it's different. Sex with men is different than sex with girls. You don't go off roading in a Buick. Simple as that. Men are immediate, they're urgent, they need to have an orgasm. Women, you have to learn how they work. They taste good, they smell good, they're pretty. Men are pretty, but it's not the same thing. Now, that being said, my friend who we will call, I've got to pick a name that's not somebody I know and or have ever been good friends with, so that nobody knows who it was. It was my friend. Shit. It was my friend, let's say Esther. I've never had sex with an Esther. Although, if your name's Esther and you meet my Cartio. Anyway, so Esther got really kind of horny, and we were on my couch in my house back in 2005. Um, and she's like, oh my god, Daniel, this is so amazing. My mom tells me stories about how she used to party back in the 80s and 90s with her fabulous gay friends, and her gay friends were the best sex she ever had. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I was on the club scene back in the 80s. And she's like, really? I'm like, of course. I've been on the club scene since I was old enough to drink, and possibly a few years before. Anyway, so we get talking, and I'm like, oh my god, where'd your mom hang out? She's like, Columbus, Ohio. If you know the scene, you know these locations. Me and Mr. Mustard's. Crazy mamas. And I'm like, oh my god, that's where I used to hang out. And she's like, oh my god, my mom used to hang out there too, at the exact same time. I wonder if you know her. So Esther says, my mom's name is Robin. I'm like, Robin, you say? She's like, yes, why? I'm like, do you guys share a last name? Yes, we do. The last name they shared was Thompson. So Esther Thompson and her mother Jessica Thompson both hung out with gay men, both occasionally had sex with them. And I'm like, Esther, how old are you? 18. I'm like, we need to stop hooking up now. Now, I'm not saying Esther looks like me. She looks a lot like me. And I'm like, oh my god, there's a chance I might be hooking up with my kids. That is not cool. So, That created a new policy. Now, okay, before I get started, we called her mother. I spoke to her. Esther was not mine. Great kid, awesome person, super adorable, not mine. That being said, I now have a policy. My cutoff date is now 34. Now, you're saying, you said your oldest child was like 29. Well, she is. I figured this way because I know I wasn't having sex when I was 7. Um, that being said, well, if you're older than I could have been to have a child, you're safe. And therefore, I can have fun with you. Anyway, once we ascertained that Esther wasn't my daughter, the mood was kind of killed, and I went to bed. My rule is now, you must be this old to ride this ride. Also, another rule which is unrelated, everybody gets a turn. When your turn is over, please step aside. It's time to make room for somebody else. That's a horrible rule. I'm a horrible person. But I know who I am. And that is more than a lot of people could ever say. Anyway, Daniel Aloysius St. James, coming to you at, oh good God, 6:23 a.m. after a night of dancing and drinking. And I'm looking even better. I have a new job. I need some help getting into my new place, but it'll happen. Because you know what? If you visualize it, it becomes reality. The problem that I had for 5 years was I was visualizing failure. I was visualizing poverty and bills. Well, guess what? I stopped visualizing that. I started visualizing awesome times, awesome people. And oh, look at what happened and crept back into my life. That being said, Queer Man's Guide for Straight Girls, the Queer Man's Guide, signs out for the night. I am going to go to bed. I've got a busy day. I have this train wreck of my haircut fixed. But I know a barbershop, and they'll be able to do a fade for me like I had in the Marine Corps. Awesome. I will be out and about. Not too out, but very about. Have a great night, guys. Bye. Oh, wait. Hang on. Roxy, come here. Come here. My chihuahua, who you've met, but she has to say goodnight to you. Come here. Roxy, come here. Roxy. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, Roxy, say goodnight to the internet. Good night, internet. Did you have fun tonight? I did. But by the way, you woke me up from a nap? You're kind of an asshole. Asshole? That's horrible. Don't say that. Daddy, I'm sorry. But if the shoe fits, wear it. You know what? Only the shoe's fabulous. Let me kiss. She is not working with me at this all. I'm with you, Roxanne. I'm about to go to bed and snuggle with my dog. Have a great night, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.